Okay, we're in Henley-on-Thames in Oxfordshire today. I've got Alan Rose with me. Alan is the race director and organiser of Challenge Henley. Today we had the official press launch of the event that was announced at the end of 2010, about September time. So Alan, big day today. We're now in the year of the event. So does that put a bit more emphasis on the race now?
It does, John. Very exciting. Like you say, we launched at the end of September. It's been over a year now in the planning, so there's been a lot of work going on. It feels like we've run the race twice already, yeah. But obviously come September, that'll be 2 years in the planning, so we're very excited to be in the actual year now.
Yeah, so we've had a bit of a look at the course today, been out onto the river just outside. Pretty special course because they have some pretty special events going on there, certainly in the summertime. A few men in a boat, so tell us a little bit about the swim course.
Well, swim course, it's an out and back, so we start at the Henley Business School and it follows the line of the bank, 2.4 miles, out, back, get out. Pretty straightforward, really.
And that's on the water that normally would see the regatta.
Yeah, so it takes place on the regatta course, so it's a very straight piece of water. It's minimal tide and currents. It does have it, but it's obviously less problematic than lots of parts of the river can be. So.
And the bike course, I said, it's called Challenge. It's a bit of a challenging course. 2 and a bit was your description.
2 and a bit.
So tell us a little bit about that and what the cyclists have got to look forward to.
Oh, it's a really good course. It is hilly. It's set in the beautiful Chiltern Hills, which is just as it says. It's hills. 2,000 metres of climbing. Each lap has a lot of different things on it. We have technical, twisty villages to descend through, to climb up through. We've got long, straight drags that you're going to be down on your bars and working hard. Slight up hills, steep up hills, slight down hills, steep down hills. It's got a bit of everything. So it's a true cyclist course, and really looking forward to getting some feedback on it for next year.
So it should make it a pretty fair course for
everyone. I think so. Yeah, absolutely. And I think the fact that it's the way it is, and the fact it's wage starts, I don't think we'll have any bunching, drafting type issues, so it'll be a true pure course.
Yeah, so when then they get back from the bike, got obviously 26.2 miles to look forward to. What's the terrain and the structure of the course?
Bit of a contrast. It's flat. It generally takes in the river, so they cross the river on the Henley Bridge, and then they complete 4 laps. Each time they come back to transition, which is where the finish is at Phillies Court. 4 laps flat. The last half of each lap is literally really alongside the river, so plenty to take your mind off things. Yeah. Goes past some nice landmarks as well, like Temple Island, Henley Bridge, Fawley Court, Hambledon Lock, and a lot of the rowing clubs on the actual bank.
Yeah. Obviously, as we've highlighted on the site, and you'll be aware more than anyone, there's now increased choice in the UK for people for the iron distance. We've had Ironman UK, now Ironman Wales, the Outlaw, and Challenge Henley. If people are looking around and are thinking about Challenge Henley, you as race director, what would you be saying are the reasons to come to Henley?
Well, you're right. Obviously, it's very competitive in the long distance market now in the UK, which, let's be fair, it's a good thing. Yeah. You've got athletes who want choice. More choice means that people can select a race for a variety of reasons, whether it be location, the type of course that's being offered, quality of organisation. It could be all sorts. So I think it's great. You mentioned there's four large races in the UK now.
Yeah, you're not forgetting the others. You've got the Forest Man and a few others around as well.
Yeah, but there's 4 large events, and they're in different parts of the country. You've got the like you say in Wales. You've got up in Bolton, in the Midlands in Nottingham, and then of course we're down in the southeast, just 40 minutes from London. So we think that as a UK long distance market, I think it's pretty good now. It's looking good, and I think there is a lot of choice, and that's a good thing. And I think ultimately all events can prosper.
Yeah, and we saw we had a couple of pros with us today at the launch. We had Sam Gardner. Most people know from Xterra, but he's going to be doing his first iron distance race here. Yvette Grice, Ironman UK winner last year. So expecting hopefully obviously those guys and quite a few more names to be added through the year.
Yeah, and a lot of Europeans have showed a big interest in racing. Not everyone's committed to the races as yet, and people are still planning those schedules, and we're in talks with quite a few. Well, not just Europeans, but from across the pond and further afield. I know Suzanne Buchenley's already signed up. She won the Norseman for the last 2 years.
Yeah. So she'll be used to the hills.
Yeah. She was gutted it was a flat run, so she wanted hills. So yeah, she's obviously and she's great. And there's a lot more that we're talking to that's have expressed an interest in racing, but as yet we haven't finalised them.
Yeah, and just for those people that don't know, obviously Challenge Henley is a new race in the UK, but you and your organisation have been around in the UK and in the triathlons for a long time. So just give us a quick insight for those who are not aware of just some of the races that you've been organising and effectively have built your reputation on over the last decade or so.
Yeah, well, you're right. It's 10 years we've been organising events now, and we have a range of things. We have some running races. Our first one's next Sunday. Multi-terrain events. We have cyclo-sportives that we organise. Pool-based triathlons that fill up with 600. Open water sprints, a Grendon Sprint Triathlon, which has been a world qualifier for a couple of years. Speedy Beaver this year, which is the national sprint champs, as well as a qualifier. The Beaver, which is a middle distance that attracts over 500 athletes, as well as the Little Beaver, which are all based at Beaver Castle. So yeah, we've got a real nice range of events in terms of the sports events and the distance, and this is really nice to complement those existing portfolio of events.
And at the outset, you gave us a little bit of an insight into just how long the whole process is from initiation to actually putting on an event like this, but can you just give us a bit more detail of just what is actually involved in putting on a large-scale Ironman distance event, and in the UK as well, what is, people that may not be familiar with Henley, we don't have huge roads around here. It's quite difficult to close roads. We've got almost a villagey feel here.
Yeah.
Although we have major events here, so just what difficulties does that involve that you guys have to address?
Well, I think initially we're very excited to be working with Felix and the Challenge family, and so for us to bring the Challenge brand to the UK is really, really exciting. And effectively, it's been a year and a half nearly. It'll be over 2 years by the time we come to the race. But one of the key things for us is working with people. So the actual event here, closed roads are extremely difficult because it's a very densely populated area, despite the fact that it's a village feel and there is a lot of villagers and that it goes through on the course. It does make the traffic management issue very complicated, but very extensive as well.
Yep.
We have the support of the Highways County Council, and they've been brilliant. They're working with us. We're making sure that we're obviously ticking all the right boxes. We're delivering all the plans. But it's meetings. We go into lots and lots of meetings with lots of councillors. We'll be meeting with lots of parish councils as well, just to make sure that everybody that is affected by the routes are aware of how it's affected, aware of how they can get around over the race day, and exactly what's going to be happening. So that's been the biggest. That's been the biggest issue is the road closures. Yep. You don't get many courses that have got 112 miles of closed road for the athletes. But again, we felt it was just an ideal premium safety thing and a real nice feature that Challenge do, and we were keen to be doing that.
Yeah, and one of the things that you did say in the launch earlier today was that it's not just a Challenge Henley 2011. That's just the start, and you want to be here and to build this event over the long term.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've been working with all of our partners, and they are very diverse. We have the various councils involved. We have Hobbs of Henley, who we're on the boat with today. Henley Business School, who's just down the river where the base is going to be. Phyllis Court, where the finish is going to be, and I'm sure you'd agree it's a stunning place to come and recuperate after you've finished your challenge event.
Yeah, this room will look very different.
It will. It will. And but it's beautiful, and we're very excited about bringing them here.
Yeah, cool. Well, that's insight into Challenge Henley. It's still only in January now, so there's time to get your entries in on is it challengehenley.com, your website? Yeah. So if you want to find out more about the race, challengehenley.com is where you need to go. There's course details, all the background and descriptions that you need, and I'm sure Alan and his team, if you've got any further questions, would be more than happy for you to contact them through the website and deal with your queries. So updates through the year, but for now, that's Challenge Henley.